Ron Wyden here. I've been driving around in my neighborhood in southeast Portland. Donald Trump says our city is so scary. Oh, pumpkin.
Oh, do I have a good video for you guys. So that is a legit senator making a mockery of the situation in Portland, saying Donald Trump is calling Portland scary. Ooh, well, what about the business owners of Portland?
This has decimated our customer foot traffic, which is the lifeblood of our business.
The police came, no name was taken, no report, no accountability.
We've already experienced 4 break-ins. Each one is costly and disruptive. If we report the damages to insurance, we risk losing coverage altogether.
Yeah, we'll get to that, don't worry. But also, in this area of Portland, we are still seeing clashes between protesters and federal agents. So, as politicians are making their TikToks and becoming famous by going on CNN and MSNBC, we're going to focus on the people who have been begging for help, so I need your help. Make sure to please like the video. It's the #1 way you guys are helping this channel, and it also helps others see the videos as well. You guys have already had a massive impact on promoting these videos, and especially helping the people who live across the street. Now let's extend our reach to the others who've been begging for help, because you're not going to see this on the mainstream. I need your help. Please promote these videos. Yeah, so again, this was all filmed 24 hours ago by Katie Davis Court and Honey Badger Mom. They are back on the scene despite being assaulted by protesters, and despite dialing 911, getting no help, they're back on the scene. But one thing I do want to point out again, we are still seeing clashes, but we're also seeing something very troubling. We were told that the police are going to be in the area, they're going to help minimize anything like this, but why are protesters also blocking the road? Okay, so the clip you just saw is where this always happens. Whenever a road is blocked off, it's typically blocked off right here so nobody can drive on through. And that's right next to the Portland Federal Building. Now, I want to show you there's only several ways to get through this area, and people do live in this area. So imagine you live in one of these buildings, and all of a sudden, protesters who don't have a permit are telling you, nope, you can't come through here, go around. The question is, where is the city? Where's the city leadership? Where's the mayor, the councilor, somebody? Why are they allowed to just block off the road? I mean, what would happen if this senator was not able to make this TikTok or little silly video? What if his road was blocked off? What if all these neighbors were blocked off?
Hey everybody, Ron Wyden here. I've been driving around in my neighborhood in southeast Portland. Donald Trump says our city is so scary. Oh, pumpkin.
So here's the thing. I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. I have no connections to Portland. I'm not a fan of Portland, but I'm really not a fan of when people have been begging and asking for help, simply just send in the police and respond to 911 calls, and now we have a senator dismissing the situation in Portland. I'm really not a fan of that, and that is why I have made it my mission on this channel, and I want you guys to join me. Make sure to please subscribe to help the people who don't have a voice or the ability to even say anything. Now let's move on to the people of Portland who are addressing the city councilors. You guys are not going to believe what you're about to hear. You might want to sit down. Again, these are not the protesters. These are business owners addressing the city council. I can't even believe I missed this. Check this out.
For example, we have a homeless camp directly behind our building on 9th and Sandy. Some customers no longer feel safe walking past the tents to enter. We've had to increase our monthly security budget just to maintain a welcoming environment. Last February, the weekend of the Super Bowl, someone from the homeless camp lit a large fire right outside our fence, causing thousands of dollars in damage and forcing emergency repairs before our biggest day of the year. At Cutie's Bar, which we opened less than 2 years ago on 14th and Northwest Flanders, we've already experienced 4 break-ins. Each one is costly and disruptive. If we report the damages to insurance, we risk losing coverage altogether. We've actually been dropped a few times from insurance carriers.
Something else I want to point out, the irony of talking about an encampment and how people don't feel safe about this encampment. This is the same exact argument the people who live near the ICE building and Nick Sorter, who got arrested at this or got in a fight near this encampment. These encampments are not safe. They block off areas, and we are not dismissing the homelessness problem. That is already such a terrible situation, and I wish one day we could try to focus on them and help them out. But right now, we're focusing here. Even these business owners are saying when these encampments are in the area, people get a little nervous. This is the exact same thing people were saying over at the ICE building, and now it's being addressed straight to the city leadership.
We just absorb the losses ourselves.
Businesses across the city are experiencing issues like the broken windows, the graffiti, the mental health crises, especially with SUD issues. These events and interactions, for the most part, go unreported. Because they're unreported, you don't see where the resources need to go. Just in the last week, I personally stopped multiple shoplifters. I recovered the goods. I called PSR, Portland Street Response, for a person in mental crisis, and I convinced a homeless person to move a tent twice. Most of these things go unreported. There's no police reports for this stuff. You don't get to see where to direct your resources. There's no way to report a shoplifter that we stopped and recovered the product from.
Exactly. So now, why are we just now hearing about this? Why has this not surfaced on the mainstream media? Why do we have a senator who's making TikToks and saying, ooh, scary pumpkins? Look, I don't know if these business owners vote left or right. I don't really see that as the problem. In fact, I hope these are all Democrats, and I hope that they see conservatives actually care about them and want to help them out. So again, make sure you guys promote these videos, because I can't even believe I missed this, and I really pay attention to Portland because I'm trying to help people out, but I think the everyday American would like to see the fact that we have real people, not just protesters clashing. We have real people addressing a real situation in Portland. But I mean, check out this next clip. I can't even believe what I heard. You're not gonna believe this.
In this city. A few months ago at our bar, there's a group of people that will descend. We have to shut down all the time. 45 people. 2 women in the group started breaking glass in our bar, stabbing each other. Our bartender called us. We pulled up the security cameras live. She was screaming. Blood splattered on the security cameras. The police came. No name was taken. No report. No accountability. And it's not an isolated incident. We've had people that have been 86. They come back with guns in hand, standing a foot off of our sidewalk for hours every single weekend. Every single weekend. Our staff is terrified. We've endured break-ins, vandalism. We've been held up by gunpoint. And it feels like no one is coming.
This sounds like the same exact issue we have been talking about for the last 4 months, over 100 plus days. I had no idea these business owners never came out and said anything. Otherwise, I would have helped you guys out a long time ago. So now I'm glad I'm starting to see people are finally coming out and having the courage to say, hey, city council, we need help. The police have not been doing their job. People need to see what's going on here. This is not an isolated event over at the ICE building. This extends beyond.
What is going to happen? How is this acceptable? We need more trained police officers. We need them, like a ton. We are small business owners. We are the heartbeat of Portland, and we are hanging on by a thread. And within weeks, all I see is the coffee shop leaving. Everybody's leaving. I'm like, where are you going? We're leaving Portland. We're out of here. This is seriously life or death for our employees, for our customers, for my family. If my husband or one of our bartenders ends up killed, or a customer, who is going to be accountable for that?
And this is my biggest fear as I've been reporting this story over at the ICE building. This has always been my biggest fear. Who is going to be held accountable for the destruction that's already been happening over at the ICE building? Look, many people are pointing at the mayor, pointing at the city councilors, pointing at the police. There really is only one entity within the area of Portland that can control all of this, and that happens to be the leadership. And I will be completely honest with you. I can understand if you're like, well, tough cookies, you guys voted for it. I understand. But imagine if all of these people realize that conservatives are actually trying to help them. That will be the biggest impact ever. If a Democrat city council is not able to help these people and conservatives are, I really do think we can bring some peace in this nation and start to help out more people, like we already have been on this channel, getting the story to the White House. It's all because of you guys. We can actually make this happen.
For the first time, we are seriously talking about leaving Portland, selling the building we own, a legacy we have hoped to pass to our children. But at this point, I don't even know if we could sell it. I mean, nobody can sell commercial property right now. It's ridiculous. This is not politics. This is an emergency. We are out of time. We needed help yesterday. We need help or we are going to die.
We simply don't.
Yeah, that's intense. And again, I want to show you guys something else.
I mean the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one.
This is a Portland City Council meeting where people are not standing for the flag.
Nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And look, that's fine. If you don't want to stand for the flag, you don't have to stand for the flag. But again, I'm just trying to show you guys, when you have people who are begging for help in your street, these have always been American values. We always help the helpless. That's what makes our country great. But when you have people all the way at the top, or even assisting the top, who are not willing to stand for the flag, I mean, you can take away from this what you want, but this video is out there. Here you have a protester holding a trombone trying to pull this other protester away from the FPS, Federal Protective Services. My question is, where is the Portland police to minimize all of this? Because I always point this out. These protesters are now going to get federal charges when they could have been talked to by Portland police to just maybe back up. And by the way, we are just like assuming everything is always going to be safe. Again, thank the Lord nothing too extreme has happened beyond the pepper balls, the tear gas. I mean, it got really bad in July. But I do want to point out, they are surrounded right now. So again, it is a miracle that nobody has lost their life so far while being down here on either side. Thank the Lord. But I'm just trying to show you guys how dangerous this situation is. And the Trump administration simply is asking, please bring in the police to protect your own citizens as well.
Why are you tackling a clarinet player? She did nothing to you. She did nothing to you. Let her go. Let her go.
Now, something really special also occurred. Save the best for last. Charlie Kirk, a sign of him was in the area. You also had the cross represented. These are counter-protesters. I know some of them. A lot of them are really cool. And they brought a Charlie Kirk banner out here. So there you go. That was a really big moment. And one thing I will say, thank God, this banner was not destroyed. There was no fight. I also want to point out, it was never like this a few months ago, where you have conservatives on one side, the protesters of ICE on the other side. It was never like this, which is why on my channel, I am still going to focus on the clashes, but all of the media attention is here. There are patriots down here who are addressing what's going on. I really do wish and hope we have a broader perspective on the city of Portland, the leadership who encourages stuff like this. I really do think it's time we go beyond the ICE building and we keep helping people because we have a lot of momentum on this channel. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for being here. And again, even if you don't like ICE and you hate Trump, I hope you take this as a very fair critique. There are people who agree with not liking ICE or Trump, and they're still not even getting any help. And that's what we're trying to do here. I only advocate for peace. I want to bring everyone together, and we can only really do that through showing the truth and through our actions. Thank you guys so much for everything. God bless, and we'll see you all later.